Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is international financial markets. So we are going to discuss the main international financial markets on the international level, starting with foreign exchange market. As the name suggests, foreign exchange market, it's a platform to basically trade currencies one against another. Then we will move to international money market. As the name indicates, money market. So here we will be focusing on a platform that connects borrowers and lenders for short-term money market. So short-term, less than 1 year. The word money market basically indicates that it's less than 1 year. Then we will shift to international credit markets, in which, as the name suggests, you borrow and lend. Then we will move to bond markets. So bonds is basically a different market, will be for bonds, to trade bonds, buy and sell. What is a bond basically? It's basically a creation of debt. So one company, an MNC, say McDonald's, needed money. One of the options they have is to borrow from us, the people. How? By issuing bonds. So they will issue the bond and then people will buy the bond. Of course, the bond is a certificate which indicates how much you lent the company and how much you are entitled for, meaning the interest rate. Then we will finally discuss stock markets. So it's the platform where you buy and sell company stocks, of course, the listed companies on the Bursa only. So let's begin the class. So before we begin, let's shed some light on the development of foreign exchange. So let's focus on the history of foreign exchange. Let's begin with the gold standard. So what is the gold standard? You can basically at any time trade one currency for gold, a specific amount of gold. So each currency was convertible into gold at a specified rate. When does this stop? When World War I began in 1914, the gold standard was suspended. So governments, basically the US, stopped exchanging USD for gold. And that was between 1876 and 1913. Then we will notice that the world system shifted to fixed exchange rates. So what is fixed exchange rates? The exchange rate is basically fixed. So we have few agreements here. Bretton Woods Agreement 1944 until 1971. Then we have the Smithsonian Agreement between 71 and 73. However, moving forward, the governments here, so in fixed rate, there was fixed rates basically. The rate was fixed, so the government control was still there. You can notice that the main reason to fix the rates is the agreements, as you can see. However, we moved later on to the floating exchange rate system. So as the name suggests, it's floating, it floats. How does it float? Based on the powers of supply and demand. So basically, people want the currency more, the price will appreciate, etc. So widely traded currencies were allowed to fluctuate in accordance with market forces. So Malaysia is doing well nowadays, then the ringgit would be needed by other people to trade with us, to travel to Malaysia, etc. Hence, the demand will increase for ringgit, which leads to an increment in exchange rate. So what is over-the-counter market? So what does it indicate when we say over-the-counter? Basically, it's the telecommunications network where companies normally exchange one currency for another. So what is foreign exchange dealers? As the name suggests, they are the dealers for foreign exchange. So they serve as intermediaries, the connectors basically in the foreign exchange market. Usually they are related to big banks such as CityFX, a subsidiary of Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, and Deutsche Bank from Germany. So these are some really big players in the market if you wanted to take a look and Google them. Then let's move to spot market. So what does the word spot market indicates when we say on the spot? So basically it's where you go to the market, physical market, to trade. For example, here in KL we go to Bukit Bintang. Basically we have many shops to exchange currencies. So it's a foreign exchange transaction for immediate exchange is said to trade at spot market. The exchange rate in the spot market is the spot rate. So now you understand. When I say spot rate, I mean the rate at the market right now, at the spot market basically. So spot market structure finally is trading between banks occurs in interbank market. So how about banks? Banks do also trade currencies for other currencies. So they usually do that among other banks. So the amount of money needed is usually to be found in banks as well. So we call this platform interbank market. Okay, so when we want to travel, say to Dubai, we have two options. Number one, we go to Bukit Bintang, we exchange for ringgit, what we have, what we earn, what we make in Malaysia, for dollars, USD, and then we travel to Dubai and exchange dollars for UAE dirhams. However, the second option is we directly convert our ringgits to dirham, because dirham is a currency that is easy to find. However, if you needed a higher amount, let's say you needed to buy something, some machinery from Dubai, and you needed 100,000 ringgit, then you notice that maybe it's better for you if you exchange to USD first, then go over there and exchange USD to dirhams directly. So why is that? Because as you may know, like USD is somehow the global currency. So usually, which we will study in the following slides, usually the spread is the smallest when you transact with USD. Why? Because of the volume. Everyone transacts with USD. So USD became like a global currency. So too many people exchange USD for different currencies, which made the price very stable. And due to that, people nowadays, or even during the last 50 years, have been choosing USD to be the main currency if they're traveling, if they're doing business, etc. So the US dollar is the commonly accepted medium of exchange in the spot market. One more thing about USD. So let's, in our example, we discussed going to Dubai. What about, let's say, we going to some African state, Cameroon, let's say. So if you go into the Cameroon, maybe if you go to Bukit Bintang, you wouldn't really find their currency. It's almost impossible. No one of the shops will keep that currency. Why? Because of low demand on that currency. Not many people are basically trading this currency in Malaysia. So in this option, you have not the second case, the previous case, we had two options. We trade ringgit to USD, and then we trade USD to basically dirhams. The second option was directly Malaysian ringgit to dirhams in Bukit Bintang. Now in the Cameroon case number 2, we couldn't do that because we did not find the currency. However, we have a business trip, we must go over there. So usually what do? Do you take ringgit? No, you take USD. Why? Because somehow you are sure that you will be able to transact basically USD to the local currency. So spot market time zones, how about the time zone? When does it operate, this spot market? So foreign exchange trading is conducted only during normal hour business hours. So basically you go to the shops in Bukit Bintang, they open around 9 maybe, same with different shops, they close at 10 in a given location. That's about Malaysia. Other countries, different timing, of course. Thus, at any given time on a weekday, somewhere around the world, a bank is open and ready to accommodate foreign exchange requests. Of course, people need to convert money at any moment. Spot market liquidity. So what does liquidity mean? More buyers and sellers mean more liquidity. So let's go back to the example of cars. Why would someone buy a Toyota? Because the price would be somehow preserved. It's not gonna be going down quickly. Why? Because everyone wants a Toyota. Even if it's a second hand, there is a big market for it. Why? Because of the people perception of Toyota in Malaysia. Here, people trust this car. How about other countries? Maybe it's the same, maybe it's not, right? So in Malaysia, if you want to buy a car, you buy a Toyota because the price will be basically stronger than other prices in which it doesn't really fluctuate much. Similarly, for currencies, we discussed USD. Everyone needs USD. Everyone saves some USD. So basically, everyone trades with USD. Many players around the world are basically playing with the USD, going up and down, appreciating and depreciating through demand and supply. Someone is selling USD because he needs ringgit, and vice versa. Let's continue with a very simple example. So we have an American company, Indiana, purchases supplies. They need raw materials. They purchase it from Belgium, okay, using euros. How much euros do they need? They need about 100K on the first day of every month. So every month they need 100,000 euros to buy raw materials from Belgium. It only has dollars in its account. However, this American company has dollars in their account, which makes sense, right? Whereas Belgo's account is in euros. However, the Belgian company's account in Belgium is in euros. Okay, so when payment was made 1 month ago, the euro was worth $108. If you want to exchange 1 euro, you get $1.08. So to buy 1 euro, you need more than a dollar. Okay, so Indiana company needed 108,000 because we needed 100,000 units. So you multiply for the supplies. The bank reduced Indiana's account. So Indiana's bank will reduce their account by how much? Of course, 108,000 because the account is in USD, which was exchanged at the bank for 100,000 euros. The bank then sent the 100,000 euros electronically, so money transfer. to Belgos by increasing Belgos account balance by 100,000 euros. Today, a new payment needs to be made. Today, we need to make a new payment. The euro is currently valued at $1.12. So the euro appreciated, meaning that now you need more units of USD to buy 1 euro. Okay, we will stop here and continue in part 2.